Hello, and I am back. I am Dana, aka DWJ. This is Jelly Bean, and welcome to Yards of Happiness, the video blog. So, I told you all my schedule will be crazy. I may not get to do video posts. I don't even get to blog as much as I used to because of grad school, but I'm super excited today because I'm showing off my finished Linus cardigan. And I even put Jelly Bean in her very rainbow fruit stripes gum-like t-shirt because it coordinates so well with the crazy yarn, and I'm super excited. So this has actually become my Rhinebeck sweater, because I started this the beginning of August but didn't finish it until this week, and just because the brioche was so time consuming on the smaller needles, and I'm going to go to my very first Rhinebeck this weekend, so this is going to be the sweater that you will see me in. And it's funny, I was talking to Shay, behind the pattern designer behind the Great As If Tee, and I said, oh, I'll go to Rhinebeck and maybe nobody will notice who I am. And she said, the only way someone wouldn't notice who you are is if you were wearing all black or really neutral colors. And I was like, yeah, that's never me. And especially with this latest piece, you will definitely know it's me because of all of the happy color. So this is definitely my Rhinebeck sweater, and I could not be more excited. A couple of things that I should note as well, and don't forget, I will put a link to the blog where I'll link to the yarns, the pattern, everything that I talk about today. But I should note that I altered this pattern just a little bit. The body is just like the pattern was written for, but I decided to do garter stitch at the bottom and do a shawl collar because I like to have that extra little bit of warmth and be able to flip my collar instead of just a regular V-neck with ribbing like the pattern called for. And so I did garter for the cuffs and on the bottom of the sweater too. And on the blog I'll have a full picture of me in this sweater as well. But that's one of the ways when I tell you, when you're looking at a pattern, use a pattern as your guide, and you don't always have to follow it to a T. It's okay to make changes and figure out what else or how else you want something to look. It's totally fine, right? So this is going to be my first Rhinebeck, and I know everybody does a Rhinebeck sweater, so I'm kind of excited that I have something new to wear. Although my husband said to me earlier, you're getting out of space, you're losing space for sweaters in your closet. And I am thinking about, I usually give away a couple of sweaters at the beginning of every season. I've already handed some out, and then I usually rotate some out to my sisters and my mom for them to wear. But I do have a ton of sweaters, but I don't have a lot of time. And this sweater really did take me 2 months because I was knitting it in bits and pieces in between classes and papers and reading and even grading. And I don't knit in my graduate classes because I'm usually taking notes or I'm trying to really engage in the conversation. And I don't think most professors where I am think it's okay to knit in class, so I don't. But one of the things that I haven't figured out what I want to do right now, this is an open cardigan, and I think what I want to do is a single button. Yeah, Bino. A single button under the bust, and then maybe crochet a little chain and then make a loop through here. And so I'm notorious for pulling buttons and saving buttons, and I have an insane button stash. And so I've got a really cool horn button that I bought that's almost iridescent that I kind of like. A really big blue-gray button that I'm looking at. You licking the buttons? A lucite button. I love clear things. I randomly found, this had to have come from something that I bought, a knit gray fabric colored button that's almost identical to the gray in here, so I actually might use this. And then I have another fun kind of metallic gray button that I'm thinking about using too. Hopefully the camera will let you see all of the buttons. So that's kind of the next step for this that I'm thinking about, that I haven't figured out what I want to do. Because it is Rhinebeck as well, I am friends with Shelly behind Shelly Can. She is a knitting buddy. She's local to me. And so I ordered, I ordered some of her Rhinebeck swag that would get delivered before Rhinebeck. One of the things I love, I have always wanted and adored a VW bug. and she did a VW bug pin this year for Rhinebeck. That is the bee's knees, and I love it, love it, love it. So I had to get this. And then I had to get this one that says, "This is my Rhinebeck sweater." So I will actually probably have this baby pinned onto my sweater, because that's how I roll. In addition to that, I bought her Rhinebeck tee as well, in black. I know, black. So I will probably be wearing, there you are. I will probably be wearing this t-shirt underneath this sweater. So if you see me at Rhinebeck, definitely say hello. I love meeting new people. And speaking of new people, I had the opportunity last month to be the keynote speaker at the Webs knitting retreat. Yarn.com is Webs. And I met some of the most amazing women, and from all around the world. There was a woman from New Zealand and a woman who came in all the way from Bangkok for this retreat. And I gave a presentation about the post that you may have seen me write about on Mason Dixon Knitting, about how I knit 164 sweaters, garments in under 5 years. And it's called, the piece that I wrote is called Knitting as Active Resilience. And that's really kind of what my talk was about. And just about how when we tell ourselves that we can't do something, then we won't do it. We've already put up that barrier. We've already said no. We've already said that we can't. So the moment we tell ourselves that we can, and we put in that effort, we can do so much with it. And, you know, I used to tell myself that I wasn't a real knitter, and that's why I couldn't knit a sweater. And then once I kind of got that courage up and said, okay, let me take a class. Let me ask a billion questions. I've knit a bajillion sweaters and garments since then, and it's something that I love, and it's something that got me into blogging. It got me now into doing video blogs. It helps with what I teach and what I do, and it really kind of changed my life once I took the attitude of being able to say I can instead of I can't. And I know some people think, oh, that's corny, but positivity and being kind to ourselves really does help us propel ourselves in different ways that you may not have even thought about. It is this great ripple effect that once I started to be a little kinder to myself and believe in myself as much as the people around me do, I was able to accomplish a lot more than I probably thought I ever could. So I have no real major plans for Rhinebeck. I'm actually only going to be there just for the day on Saturday. I'll be in New York that weekend, and I'm taking the train up Saturday morning. I'm bringing my best friend Jess, who I made a Rhinebeck sweater for her as well, and who I knit for all the time. I plan on coming to the Ravelry meetup on the hill, and I'm really hoping to meet some of the people that I talk to online all the time in person for the first time. And so I don't have plans really to buy a lot of yarn, but really I have plans to give a lot of hugs and to see a lot of people. So I hope I will see you at Rhinebeck. Go to the blog, go get more photos of my finished Linus cardigan that I'm super excited about, and that Jelly Bean's, you know, kind of bored with. But I appreciate all of the support, all of the comments, all of the love, all of the emails that I get. You guys make the days when I'm exhausted and tired of reading and I really just want to knit, you make it that much better for me. So I hope I get to see you at Rhinebeck. If I don't, just say hi whenever you see me, or just say hi online and stop by the blog. All right? Have a great one. Bye.